What is the difference between a mystery and a miracle? Well, in the case of the tear at Trinity United Methodist Church in Salisbury, signs might point to it being a little bit of both. One of the stained glass windows in the sanctuary of the church is the focus here.
An actual angel's tear is said to appear on rare occasions when the light hits it at just the right angle. And here with all the fascinating details is Dr. T.J. Mumford. He is the author of The Tear, along with Reverend George Patterson. Thank you both for being here this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
Fascinating. So tell us about the mystery, the backstory, I guess, of this mystery.
Well, it started many years ago. I talked with a 50-year member who she can recall in the 1950s seeing it. And there's nothing that actually documents when it actually first occurred. The church was built in 1905, and 1 year from the date they decided to build it, it was done. The one thing about Trinity United Methodist Church in Salisbury is the beautiful 8 cathedral windows that line the sanctuary. This story specifically talks about the 3 on the east side of the sanctuary. That is the story of the ascension of Christ. The middle one is Christ ascending, and on either side, right and left, are 2 angels that are observing this. And on rare occasion, a tear will appear on the angel's eye to the left. And not only will it be there, it will roll down the side of the cheek.
So, Reverend Patterson, what is it?
Well, I think we believe it's a spiritual matter. It's been examined by the oldest stained glass window in the country, and they can find no physical evidence as to why the tear appears. So we sense that at times there's a spiritual message there, that the angel is crying.
So TJ, what inspired you to write a book about it?
Well, it was just as most of the stained glass windows in any church tell the story of a Bible story. And in this case, since it was so rare, I thought there has to be a story embedded in this. So it's a fictional story about a family who attends an Easter service, and at the end, the granddaughter sees the tear and becomes very frightened and wonders why the angel would cry. And at that point, the minister, in this case, Reverend Patterson, approaches the young lady and says, "This is not a tear of sadness, it's a tear of joy," and then explains that the ascension of Christ is such that we can be forgiven our sins and we have a pathway to heaven.
Wow. Have you had the opportunity to tell this story?
Yes, I have.
How has that worked out? What have people said?
Well, it's such a mystery and a miracle combined that it really impacts people, particularly when they see it for themselves.
Right.
So where can folks pick up the book?
Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, our current minister, the Reverend Dr. Vaughn Hayden, asks that I invite all your viewers to attend on Sunday. They can pick the book up before or after the service on Sunday, and we will do this all the way through Palm Sunday, before and after the service at the 9 o'clock at the Salisbury location, and after the 10:30 service at the Family Life Center. We're also going to do an open house at 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock on Saturday after St. Patrick's Day. So hopefully it'll be a sunny day, and you might be able to see the tear if you would like to come there.
We'll be sure to make that available on our website. Do I understand there's a scholarship involved here somehow?
There is. Dr. Mumford and his wife Fran were generous enough to, all the proceeds for this book go to the George R. Patterson Scholarship Fund. That was established in 2010, and it benefits ministerial students who are working toward a Master's of Divinity degree who are serving in the United Methodist Church.
Gotcha. That's
Wonderful.
terrific.
The name of the book is The Tear by T.J. Mumford. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in and
so
telling
much.
a fascinating
Thank you.
story.
It is.
Wow.